What's up, guys? Tim Little, Matt Allen. Welcome back to Tacticalbassin. It is that time of the year again. It is holiday time, and we're going to be doing our annual Buyer's Guide series. Last year, we kicked this series off, and the feedback was phenomenal, so we're going to do it for you guys again.
So here we go, guys. We want your feedback. You have the ability to leave comments. We want to know what you want covered, but we're going to give you the first 6 videos right now. These are going to take us through Cyber Monday, so we'll get you through the sales. Here's what we've got. Today we're doing your best rod combos under 200 bucks. These are those perfect gifts, those rods that'll do everything. You're at a high enough price point. They're really nice, good quality gear that's going to last. Next, we're doing rain gear.
Rain gear.
The next one is rain gear. We're going to talk to you about your best rain gear options. After that, we're talking about jig fishing. Going to run you through jig fishing, make it simple. Again, these videos are for you, so you can understand it. You can get the gear that's right for you, but they're also for your loved ones. Your loved ones are going to be out shopping. Black Friday, Cyber Monday are coming. You can give them these videos. Links are in the video description. It's going to make it very, very easy for them to get the actual gear that you're looking for. You're just not going to get a gift card this year. You're going to get the actual stuff that you want. That's what this is about. After that, we've got combos under $300 because that really opens it up. You start getting a lot more options. Then we're doing high-end gear on Black Friday, morning of Black Friday, before the sales even start. You're going to get that video on high-end rods for you guys that are gearheads like us. You love that high-end tackle. Then on Cyber Monday, we're going to do topwater. Now we're going to stop right there for now. We're not telling you what comes after that. We'll probably do some other videos for a minute, kind of get back to normal, do a little teaching, maybe look at some more underwater footage, and then we'll be back into the Buyer's Guide. But we want your feedback on what you want to see after these 6 go through. So here we go. Rods under 200 bucks. Why don't you kick us off?
Not rods, combos.
Combos.
When he says rods, we're talking about the combos, the reel and the rod. You know, something that you can go out to the pond, out to the lake, and have success with. Great quality. So right off the bat, I'm gonna go with the Dobyns Fury series. You know, this is a line that Gary came out with a couple years ago. It's right around $110 for the whole line, I believe. And for the price point, I mean, these rods are fantastic, right? As far as reels, you guys know that Matt and I, we love our high-end reels, but a reel that really stood out to me for the price point is the Shimano Canaan. You know, you have the Canaan, you have the Casitas right there around 100, 120 bucks. But for, you know, with the 20% off sale, with the Black Friday sale, this combo is going to come in under $200. And this whole lineup, this rod series lineup, it's very easy to know what length and action they are. It says 704, so that's a 7-foot 4-power rod, and it has a lot of good rods in that lineup. So you have spinning rods, you have casting rods, you got some swim bait rods. Really good lineup for that price point.
And what we'll do down in that video description, we won't just link you the Fury. We'll give you some rod recommendations for different things. So if you want a jig rod, if you want a topwater rod, you know, whatever you want, we're going to give you that as well. We'll make this as simple as we can. Now I'm going to go with the Shimano Exage. There's about a $10 difference between the rods. That's all it is. Both phenomenal rods at a great price point. I'm pairing this up with the Casitas. The reel's about $20 more. The rod's a little bit less, so it balances out. The only difference between those 2 reels is here I get an external cast control on the Casitas. It's a great option for an extra 20 bucks, especially when they're on sale. Both of these combos with that sale, it's down enough that you can afford probably to buy yourself either braid or fluoro, whatever you prefer, and spool that thing up and still stay under that $200 mark.
Why don't you explain the benefit of having the wheel on the side?
The benefit of that dial on the side is that you can adjust on the fly. So when you're changing baits and you're going from a lighter bait to a heavier bait or vice versa, you can really fine tune it. Or if the wind picks up, you can fine tune it quickly without having to open the side of that reel and really play with the mechanics on the interior of the reel. It's just a quick dial. I just turn that, and there is some actual reel adjustment there. There are some reels on the market that have external controls that do almost nothing. I was very impressed at 120 bucks that there's some real difference in that control. It plays a major factor and will make great adjustment with your gear.
Right, it definitely helps out if you're casting in the wind. You can turn up the dial a little bit to give a little bit more spool tension, and you don't backlash as easy. And these are products that we use. You know, we've caught fish on all this gear they're recommending. You know, I noticed as we're talking about this, I know you got one more you want to talk about, but we didn't bring a spinning combo out here. So down below in the video description, we'll pick out a couple spinning rod combos, rod and reels, that will fit in that $200 category, that will be top notch for that price point.
Yeah, and I do want to add, you know, here we're talking about $100 rod, $100 reel, but I want you to know that seems to be that magic number. That's where you get into quality. Below that, gear can be questionable. You can have gear failures, things you don't expect. At that $200 mark, $100 rod, $100 reel, you're there. I threw, of all things, this specific rod, 7.2 heavy. I don't know why this spring I tied a 168 S-Waver on this rod, so a swim bait. I loved it. I don't know how it got on there that first day, but I really enjoyed it. I literally left that bait paired to that rod the entire spring. I don't know how many fish came in my boat literally on this combo. I own a lot of high-end gear, but it's great quality, and I never changed it and had a blast with it.
Yeah, same with me. This is actually, you know, we're trying to do more pond fishing videos. That's how I grew up fishing. I love doing that. And this was actually my pond setup. I have a little Whopper Plopper 110 on there. I got the Shimano Canon with the this is the Exage, this is the 7.2 medium heavy. A little bit softer tip, so when you're throwing these topwater baits, these treble hook baits, the fish stay pegged. But this is my go hike around and go pond fishing, go shore fishing. So this is a great combo, and like I said, we've caught a bunch of fish on these.
Now the last one that I want to add, both the Shimano and the Dobbins offer some great crankbait options, and I wanted to bring up this reel. This is the Aura winch. That's an Abu Garcia. You guys know for the most part I'm a Shimano nut with my reels. I love those reels, grew up with them. But Tim introduced me to this reel a few years ago, and the Aura is basically the least expensive. I bought the winch, that more expensive reel, and I really didn't enjoy it. There were some things about it that I didn't prefer. I tried that Aura, the less expensive one, and it cast like a bullet. We get so much distance out of that inexpensive reel, and even before Black Friday, I looked just the other day, they're on sale for 69 bucks.
79?
79?
I think you said 79.
I don't
Either
know.
way,
They're cheap.
this reel, how many years have you had that reel that's on that right there?
Seriously, I couldn't even tell you. I'll bet it's been on there for 5 years, 4 years, 5 years, and I can't tell you how many big fish I've cranked on this reel, and it's going strong, and it's an inexpensive reel. So we wanted to throw that in, especially when we saw it on sale, because you know Black Friday is going to be an even better sale. It's I hate to use the word cheap. It's cheap, but the reel
Inexpensive.
is sweet.
It's lasts. Sweet. It's bulletproof. I've had mine for 4 years now, and it still casts the same as it did the day that I took it out of the box. Haven't had any issues. It's got the power handle. It is a cranking reel. It's a lower gear ratio. I think it's 5-to-1. But you can throw a 10XD, you could throw a DD22, any of those big crankbaits that you wanna grind with that slow gear ratio. You could throw those things a mile, and it's, like I said, they're bomb proof. That is a killer reel for that technique, for that price point.
For any price point, it's a killer reel. So we wanted to throw that one in the mix. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. 3 reels, couple of rod styles. Down in the video description, we'll link you the rest of the gear so it's really easy to find. You don't have to go hunting for it. This kicks off the series, and we're just gonna start rolling from here. We hope you enjoy the videos. Again, in that description, we want your comments. We wanna know what topics you'd like covered before we get all the way through the holidays to make this buyer's guide something that benefits you. We appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.